Hi guys, welcome back to our tutorial series. In the last tutorial I showed you guys how to open a door, rotating it around its y-axis. And in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to open a door using a RayCast and animation. Now I've just created this simple cube and applied a simple garage door texture to it, and I renamed it to auto body, and I've done the animation for this, so I'm going to delete this and show you how to remake them. So what you want to do is first of all click on the object and click on window, and then animation. Now this little screen will pop up. What you want to do from here is, where it says auto body, the name of the object, right beside there's an empty field, click on it and it's going to bring up a list. It says create new clip. Click on that and name your animation, and I'm going to call mine open door. I have it already, so I'm going to resave it. Yeah, I'm going to replace the old one. Right. Now we're going to start animating this. On the very first frame, right click and add keyframe. Now you just want to move this a bit so it sets a keyframe for the beginning. And around 150 or exactly on 2, I'm going to add another keyframe. And by that time our automatic door should go through the wall by then. So I'm going to drag it in. Okay, I was doing the wrong way around. That's okay. So let's test it and see what it looks like. Just hit the play button. Now, to me it's a bit too fast, so I'm going to zoom out using my scroll wheel, and I'm going to drag this keyframe, drag it until the animation becomes really slow, like so. If you want it really slow, just keep dragging it. And if you want to get some funky stuff out of this, you see these lines over here? They're basically curves, and if you change these about, your animation is going to change. So if you click on one of the curved ends and drag it, see what happens? All the animation changes. So you can play around with that if you want. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Okay, I'm fine. I'm happy with my animation. I'm going to close my animation view, and it should automatically attach the animation to this object now, and as you can see it has, and it's called open door, size 1, element 0, open door, and it play automatically. You want to take it off, and we're going to start coding this. So click on your main player and click on your FPS input conscript, double click and open in more develop. Right, the first thing you want to define is 4 new variables, and we're going to call this var hit, RayCast hit, second one var range, it's going to be type float, it's going to be equals to nothing, we'll define it ourselves in the inspector mode, and var mesh. Now I don't want to put capital, leave it the way it was. Mesh as game object. The reason I need this is basically I'm going to be telling where the RayCast is going to be shooting out from, what part of the body, and in this case I'm going to make it shoot up right in front of the camera. And also we need a boolean, so var door open, door active actually. It's going to be a type float, and it's going to be equals to false by default. Okay, got the variables we need. Go straight down, and underneath your jump input section where it says if grounded input.getKey, keycode.space, move direction.y, you have two brackets. Underneath those two brackets, you want to put if, open bracket, open door. No, I forgot what I named it. Bloody hell. Door active. There we go. Door active. Is equals to true. Then we want to do something, and in this case we're going to say if it's true, and if we press our input dot get key code dot e, enter as well, double close that, open bracket, close bracket, curly brace, sorry, and then we're going to say game object dot find, open bracket, auto body, and close bracket, dot animation dot play, open bracket, what animation is it going to play, and I named it open door, close bracket, close that off, and that's that part of the way. Now this will only work if door active is true, so we're going to start checking that using our RayCast. So let's create our RayCast underneath the two closing brackets. So we're going to say var direction of line is going to be vector free, and it's going to be equals to mesh the meshes transform dot transform dot, that's strange, it doesn't matter, transform direction, open bracket, and it's going to take a vector free dot forward. We're basically telling you which way to face, and close it. Save this. I just want to go back into Unity quickly and apply the mesh. Oh, hold on, I made a mistake. There you go. Door active is supposed to be a boolean, not a float. Save that. Back into Unity, let it update. Get rid of the errors. All gone. And mesh is there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for my main camera on my main player. And when I find it, I think that's the one. Yeah, I'm going to drag that onto the open variable called mesh. So this is where my RayCast is going to be shooting out from, in the forward direction. Back into Unity, monodevelop, sorry. And where did I leave off? There we go. Just want to check if that's working now. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, dots. There we go. Once you've done that, you want to say debug dot drawRay line. Sorry, drawRay, open bracket, mesh dot transform dot position, comma, direction of line times by range, how long the line is going to be, and the color of it. So color dot, let me see what we got. Yellow. Close that, save it. Now we're going to start making the RayCast line. So if open bracket physics dot RayCast open bracket mesh dot transform dot position, comma, direction of line, comma, hit, comma, range. Close bracket twice, open curly brace, close curly brace. Then we're going to say if open bracket hit dot collider. We basically want to find out if our hit endpoint of the RayCast has hit the door. Then we want to enable the door active boolean so we can do the animation. So we'll hit dot collider dot game object dot tag equals what did I call it? Let me have a quick look. Okay, if I need to add a tag to this as well, gonna quickly go up. I'll just call mine door test. You should know how to add a tag by now. Just call it door test or whatever you want. I'm gonna go back into MonoDevelop. I'm gonna put door test. Close that. Open bracket. Sorry, open curly brace. Closing curly brace. And I'm gonna print a message out. Or debug dot warning, log warning. It's just a warning, it's a yellow one, so I know I've hit the door. And I'm gonna say you have hit the door. Press E to activate, or press E to open. And then I'm going to turn the boolean on. So door activate is equals to true. Save that, and that's how you do the animation door. Now let's go back in Unity and test this out. I want to go back to the main player quickly as possible. Okay, I'm going to check if his ray line shooting out. So I'm just going to run the game. And it should be nothing there because we haven't given it a range yet. So look for your public variable called range, and at the moment it's 0. Let's set it to 50. Okay, that's odd. Oh, didn't even change nothing, that's why. That's strange. It should make the RayCast line. Aha, made a mistake, that's why. Just delete this. Vector free is going to be equals to mesh dot. That is strange. Dot transform dot transform direction open bracket vector free dot forward. Okay, gonna go back onto the main player, gonna see if that solved the problem. So our RayCast 9 is 0 at the moment. Oh damn, I'm doing the wrong thing. Stop the game, back onto the main player, and the range, if I can find it, there we go. I'm gonna set it 100, there we go, the line's popping out. If you can't see it, there it is. So basically the problem was I just put a lowercase in front of the transform after the dot. It should be a capital T and a capital D for the direction, and everything else is just perfect. Save it, back into Unity. I'm going to set my range as 200. I'm going to stop this and set it 200. Save it, run it. Okay, 200. So as soon as it gets close to the door in the range of 200, it's going to say the warning we've made. So I'm going to go on the door. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Okay, here it is. I'm just going to zoom into that so the player, I can see him. There he is. Yellow line sticking out of his head. As you can see, if we go forward, we touch the door, it says you have hit the door, press E to open. We press E, it plays the animation. Fantastic. It's exactly what I wanted and it works perfectly. But that's a problem. Because the RayCast will always detect it, no matter, even if it's in the wall, you can keep pressing E. If you're not looking at it, it won't work. But if you are, it's going to keep on playing it if you are at the range. So what we want to do later on is permanently disable the boolean, so we can't use it anymore. Because otherwise, if you keep pressing E, it's going to do the same thing over and over again. So if you go back to the main player and you look at his boolean, door active is still active. Actually, that's a simple mistake. Back into your script, and after we play the animation, let's just turn it off. Door active equals false. There we are. Let me just minimize this, sorry about that. With my main player, I'm just going to drag him in front of the door. It's a lot easier for me. That was strange. Okay, here's the door. Let's see what happens now. So I'm going to walk up to the door. I'm going to get the warning as soon as I collide with it. There we go. I press E. It works. Now the door is not in the way anymore. I'm going to press E, see what happens. It still does the same thing. It's supposed to disable it. Let me just get out of the way and see what happens. Yeah, that's strange. Okay, we'll probably sort that out next time. But anyways, if you're not in the way and you don't, in your RayCast doesn't touch the door active remains false. But if I go next to this wall, it's going to put it as active. There we go. I can press E again and the animation plays again. Now you can see I didn't touch it. If I press E, nothing happens. So what I'm going to do is probably later on, I'm just going to jam it. So if it's open, the animation is done. I'm going to have another public boolean that jams all of this, so it stops the door active as well, and we can't do it again. And that's probably going to be our next tutorial. And hope you guys liked it, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. I'll see you later, so take it easy.